Hey Seekers, how are my Capricorns doing? Honestly, the reason you don't want to find out that someone betrayed you is not even about the betrayal itself. You just don't have the energy to go after them. You're like, now I'm gonna have to go after you. I don't have time for this shit. I will go after you. You betray me, you lie, you deceive, you steal. I'm not even hurt. I should be hurt because, well, it's very hurtful, but you're gonna do what you're gonna have to do. And for those of you cross-watching, or if you so happen to be betraying someone or have betrayed someone, it will come out to the surface. They will pursue it. And if truth is on their side, there's nothing you can do. And if truth is on your side, there's nothing they can do. This could be about finances or about a place of belonging. Sorry. Ace of Pentacles. This inherently belongs to someone, so it can't be taken. So if someone has taken something that inherently belongs to someone or is trying to, the universe will do a course correction. And it's going to be painful to whoever did this or is trying to do this. Death card. For very few of you, this has to do with inheritance of some sort that is making its way to you one way or another, or to the person it needs to get to one way or another. If it's not an inheritance, then some of you might, and it's probably not all of you, unfortunately, because it's something very good, but this could be a really large sum of money that can, in any way, like from whatever source, that can significantly transform your life. Significantly. This is not small change. This is a life-changing sum. Oh! If that's not confirmation, I don't know what is. Sorry. Sneeze a second. That was fun though. There's something fun about sneezing, you know? You gotta admit. Okay. So a new powerful start. This is a very, very powerful combination. Ace of Pentacles and the Death card. This is, you know, really stripping off anything that is limiting you in any way, shape, or form and moving forward strongly. Page of Wands. This is great. This will allow you to, this is an energy that is very free and lighthearted, that allows you to either travel or experience or just be a bit more easygoing with your daily mundane tasks, because a lot of burden is going to be lifted off your shoulder. They say money isn't everything. Well, money is most of things. Money is a currency of exchange, of give and take. And what is life if not yin and yang, give and take, reciprocity, and flow? Money gets a bad rep, but there's a reason why it runs the world. It's because it is based off, made by the hermetic laws of physics. Whether you like it or not. Four of Pentacles. Cappy, if you have an opportunity to have some fun with what is yours, have fun. I'm not saying spend everything and be reckless, but it's been tough, you know? It's been frugal. So it's very important and good to be frugal when you have to, when you need to, but if life allows you to, put your feet up for a second, please do so. Don't be in the habit of, um, like you've grown so used to sparing yourself. That, or you're literally dealing with someone who's trying to hold onto your finances. The bottom of the deck had 10 of Pentacles. Unfortunately, it could be family. Unfortunately, but not surprising. It's always the ones that are closest to us. We can't really be hurt by strangers, not as much. Six of Wands. Worry not, worry not, worry not. This is going to be an easy victory, Capricorn. It's going to be a landslide. It's like, it's because truth, you speak the truth, right? You speak truth is on your side. And it just works. It gathers people around you, and it makes the situation very, very clear. There's no going around it. You say the words or you write the thing, and that's that. This is a very powerful row. They're all facing in one direction. Two of them are on a horse. This is a major accomplishment, the Star, and immense sense of relief and healing. This is going to allow you to feel so much calmer and safer in the world. I see some of you, finally feeling like you can do something that you enjoy doing, that you like doing, without the pressure of, wait, do I have enough for this? Do I have enough for that? There is something coming up with a group of people in nature. I don't know how that applies, if that applies. But be open for surprises. This is a reading for the next month. You can come back to this in 2-3 weeks from now, which I always recommend to do anyway. This is also the time to watch your past month, so to make the connections. This is also strong recognition. Six of Wands and the Star, like public recognition. The High Priestess. What are your secrets? Who is this? No, it's someone else. This is the Morning Star. This is Venus. Light bearer. You can also say Lucifer. If you're religious and uptight, then you'll be like, Satan. No, stop. Light and truth. The snake gave Eve the apple of knowledge from the tree of life, the tree of knowledge, good or bad. It's Prometheus stealing fire from the gods to give it to mankind, getting punished for it. He was on your side, dummy. So he got expelled to earth. You're judging him, you're judging yourself. You're judging knowledge, you're judging freedom of femininity, of divine femininity, the right for the divine feminine to rule her own life and her own fate and know and decide. There's a reason why Venus and Lucifer both mean light bearers. The morning star speaks of both of them. They are the masculine and the feminine of energy of truth and love and beauty and light. That doesn't pretend to be light, it just is light. Unapologetic truth. Unapologetic. Thus demonized, ridiculed, judged, feared, because it's so brave to be unapologetically sincere, almost alarming. Maybe there's someone like that around you that you just don't know how to deal with that. Or it's you and someone doesn't know how to deal with you. This person doesn't require anyone knowing how to deal with them. Thankfully. Witchery. Show me more, please. We do have Hades and Persephone on the table. Death card and the High Priestess. It's a power couple. And the Star. Deep soul love bond. Two of Pentacles. Two. Someone doesn't know how to approach this High Priestess. They don't know how to talk to her, how to approach her. They can't read her. It's like they want to make sure that it will be accepted or received well, but they don't know. They're trying to plan whatever approach or question this is in a way that will reap safe, positive results, but they have no way of telling. I'm still a little overjoyed with the sneeze that I had. I know it sounds funny, but it kind of pumped me up. Show me more, Capricorns. Thank you. 8 of Pentacles. What's with all your money? And I was just thinking about the 8 symbol / infinity symbol and this 2 of Pentacles. A lot of material, physical, sensual, earthy energy on the table. We have a lot of 8s. We have the underworld. There's karma. There's money. It's very scorpionic. You're working on something. I think some of you are working on an offer of some sort, or someone is working on an offer to make for you if you're this High Priestess, right? And when I lifted, you didn't see it, but when I lifted the High Priestess, the 2 of Pentacles that was facing up, it got flipped upside down. Like some of the one card just kind of flipped the other. So I think that means, it's going to be a very quick dilemma or approach. And the approach that will be taken would be the honest, straightforward one, which is something that I would generally advise. It's very crafty energy. I see someone working with their hands. I wouldn't be surprised if you're building something, you're a cappy. It's something that, using your hands. Oh my gosh. Capricorn, this might be a really powerful financial month for you. I think there's going to be finances coming not just from one source, but from different directions. One of which will be a big chunk. I'm seeing a chunk of money. So for those of you who have been dealing with inheritance, this could be this coming in. For those of you, I don't actually see legalities. I don't necessarily see like a court case or a lawsuit, although of course it could be that. I don't have the justice card here. I don't have any like representations of the law. Not yet anyway, but maybe this could be a project that you've been working on that sells really well or becomes a bestseller, or you get signed on a very well paid deal. Hangman came up under the death card. 12, 13. This is the first water energy to come out. I still don't have swords, which means that the betrayal I've spoken about may have been something that you've in the past, or that you've already overcome, or something that you won't even feel because it's not karmic. It's someone trying to mess with you, and you'll cut it loose like that. But the hangman being the first water and the embodiment of water, the hangman is the letter mem in Hebrew, mime, water, ocean. It's like, I think some of you are... Oh, what am I talking about? The death card here is water, Scorpio, sorry. So the water cards that we have here are just the major arcanas. They're deep, philosophical, dark, occultist, secretive, and they can, move mountains and break rocks. The only thing that can break a rock is water, literally. So someone's depth of emotion and esoteric wisdom has managed to move a mountain. I think this mountain is you, Capricorn. You're known to be very, very strong and in your position, right? You're cardinal earth. So you yourself have power to move land, but it has to be supported by the sea. So I think you are now able to move yourself, to move a land, to move a mountain, because there are like intense deep undercurrent underneath you affecting you, and that is that someone's depth of emotion and esoteric knowledge. We have continents that are hidden underneath continents. There's a continent underneath Europe. When Earth broke and into continents, the planet has moved. And when there was a crack, so one of the surfaces was a crack, but then it kind of nudged underneath Europe and swam and dove and sunk deep. So there is a little, I'm not making this up, there's a little continent underneath Europe. It has a name. I forget the name of it. And there's probably more than just that one that I don't remember, but I think Interesting. I think in relation to this reading, and for you, it's like there's an entire surface of land that was split out of you and then sunk underneath you, and it's been dormant. And the tides and the ocean and those waters that I've just described, moving everything, might start shifting it back up to the surface. And you find yourself finding yourself. I think some of you are going to come into your power in ways of your ancestral power, legacy, your DNA soul's knowledge. It will start coming up to the surface. It might be a little bit overbearing on the system. You might feel pressure on the head, like when we actually dive. I don't know if you've ever gotten the chance to dive underwater, but it changes the system. There's that pressure surrounding you. But it allows you to see like an entire new sphere, an entire new world. But it's not really new, this world. This world has been a part of you. It just got... It was cradled. Now it's surfacing. Judgment. More water. Earth and water, and wands that are fun and inspiring, imaginative air. Judgment is awakening. You are awakening to yourself. You are awakening to your power. You're awakening to something very dormant that was laying a long time. It is absolutely somehow triggered by this very powerful feminine energy. So feminine Capricorns, this could be you doing that to a masculine energy or to your environment around you, right? Like you're moving mountains, you're changing dated systems. You're bringing back up to the surface dormant lands. This is like raising the dead, right? This is bringing something back to life. Okay. I'm going to do an extend that focuses on love. I'm going to show you right now a look into you and your person of interest, so you'll know what's up with love in April. This is a lot of knowledge. This is a lot of spiritual, esoteric, philosophical knowledge. This is an occultist, a spiritual teacher. This is a seeker and a master. This is both in one, two in one, right? The hangman is that seeker that turns into master. It's that student that turns into Odin. This is resurrection. This is going really, really deep to the depth of emotion. So deep, it's like terrifying. but you seem to enjoy it and deal with it pretty powerfully. A lot of power. Are you seeing this? Capricorn, I don't think this month is going to be very meaningful. You know, have a journal. Write down events. I think you will want to look back at this time somehow. So your spiritual homework for the month of April, 5 is too much. Unless you want all of them, of course, you're invited to check out my Tarot Masterclass, Death card, Star, High Priestess, Hangman, and Judgment. But if you want to focus on just one homework for Capricorn for the month of April, energy work and spiritual homework for Capricorn for April, Judgment. I will link my class for the Judgment card in the description box, so you can learn more about it. Okay, I can look at this for hours. So let's do your love for April. Focus your energy on the cards asking for guidance for your love life, a look into you and your person of interest for the month of April. Thank you. As I shuffle, take a deep breath. Capricorn and their person of interest, please, for the month of April. Nice. Manifesting love or healing. Capricorn and their person for April. Okay. So this will be available below in the description box. You can find it on Patreon and on Vimeo. If you're watching this on the 31st, wait until tomorrow to join Patreon, and I would love to have you there. Why? Because it will charge you again on the 1st. It charges on every 1st of the month. So if you don't want to be charged on the 31st and on the 1st, and wait a day. Anyway, it will also be available on Vimeo. But Patreon is for rock stars, so, I mean, come on. Anyway. In your mind, Knight of Swords. And in their mind and communication, 9 of Wands. Mindset, heart space, your actions towards one another, where you feel you stand, influences outside your dynamic, past, present, future potential. This is you, this is them. But if this sounds like you and this sounds like them, you may, of course, reverse the roles. Let me pull your runes. Sorry. Oh, come on. I had to put them like the furthest. There we go. Rune for love for Capricorn. Runes for love for Capricorn. Message for Capricorn for love from the runes, please. Yes, it's for several placements. Watch whatever you want to watch, guys. Seriously, these are general readings. Just go by the caption, go by the mood, watch everything. See what resonates with you. Anyway. Love for Capricorn. Message from the runes, please. Taurus in the upright. Weird, the empty rune. Ehewaz. And Beok. It was like this, actually. Okay, very cool. Let's talk a little bit about this. You are currently not focused on this person. And this person feels like they need to be guarded from you. There's something about them that feels a little bit timid or uncertain when it comes to you. They're not trusting that you will be kind, or that your words won't hurt them. You may have had a history of saying some harsh things to them. Now, I don't know the backstory yet, right? I'm not saying who's right and who's what. I'm just a reflection of how this person thinks and how you think. And you seem to have had history that to them it felt like you've said some really, really harsh words, or something. They feel like they're guarded. They don't necessarily, in their thoughts, they're not trusting you. Okay, there's a sense of paranoia and fear. And you seem to not be conscientious to it, or in your words anyway. I don't know what you do with your actions and so on. We still have a lot to unveil, but there's something like that there. Okay, I'm gonna open it all up right now. I hope to see you there. Everything that you need is below in the description box. Just click on the read more and it will open up all the information. You have Tarot Masterclass, Karmic Shift and Liberation, the extended on Vimeo and on Patreon. Find me on Instagram, The Existential Shift. Stay magic, stay true. I love you. I'll see you in a second. We'll talk about all of this. Bye for now.